Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another Neki broadcast. Today we are doing something different. We are playing a multiplayer survival campaign, which is called World Conquest. Now, this is a really interesting multiplayer campaign because it can be played online. So it can be played with 1, 2, or 3 players collaborating against the AI, obviously. And each campaign has, on expert level, the one which I chose, has 5 scenarios. And each scenario is randomly generated. Of course, this is not news for most of you, but for people just starting to play Wesnoth, or for people that have been playing ladder for quite a while, perhaps this is not very well known. So it is a very popular, I would say, type of Wesnoth game, type of Wesnoth scenario, and it is quite difficult, I must say myself. I tried a few test games that ended pretty quickly, so I'm willing to, because I didn't realize what was going on, but now I think I got the hang of it. I think I understand what this map is about, and we will be using all our Wesnoth knowledge to try to beat the AI. Now, because there are a lot of disconnections on the main server, and because the collaborative aspect takes time, right? Communication takes time, and because I do want to give you, ladies and gentlemen, a very detailed experience. I do want to walk you through the whole 5 scenarios to actually see how this map is. I will be actually playing locally, and I will be controlling both sides. This should basically ensure that we have a cohesive strategy all throughout. Now, I will be reading this simply because it is quite important. So, to war, prepare to defend yourselves. So that's blue player there. And red player is saying, why do we fight amongst ourselves? We should band together and take the coast with all combined forces. Then we get a death blade. This is really important. So the third dialogue is really important. Why? Because this particular piece of art is telling you what your opponent is going to be. So in this case, we are going versus death blade. So we are going to be seeing lots of ghosts, lots of bats, and other pesky, annoying units. From this perspective, I am quite happy with Drake, and I am reasonably happy with Loyalist. So we are going to have we are not going to have a good time. It is a very difficult scenario, but we are going to have a decent time. So, foolish upstarts, you will never defeat us. Come, my allies, let us crush them. Yes, we will drive them into the sea. So this tells me what kind of ally he has. I'm not really sure what this is, but it's definitely a melee unit. And because he has these bones, I assume he has a lot of resistance to blade. Never fear, your trusted friends stand beside you. This is the assassin, and that's it. Okay, so first thing you do in this particular game, you look at the land, the lay of the land. Make sure you are familiar with it, because you will need to abuse it if you are going to win. Now, this is the keep of the enemy, so you do need to pay attention where he spawned. And as you can see, he is incredibly close to both red and blue sides. This is going to be incredibly difficult to defend. It's just so close. Okay, now we have to calm down, right, and see what can we do. First of all, it seems the blue player is the closest. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would say let's call it area 1, area 2, and area 3. So I would say there are 3 main passages towards blue player. Red player, the same the passage here in the middle is towards red player as well. There is also some sea here on the right hand side some water, and this actually would make things a bit easier to defend. It means that the scouts would be able to go through, but other units would be a bit slower. So this means that we will be able to basically take units one by one if we are lucky. Now there are some caves here and some impassable mountains. We need to abuse those as well. So ideally we would want to wait for our units here and we get one unit into the choke point. However, this wide area here is going to be problematic. Perhaps a troll on this side, on this hill, that would be the best, and another troll on this mountain, and then we should keep exchanging them, and another troll here. So 1, 2, 3 I've already identified here. I'm just going to label them. So I'm going to say, so 1, 2, 3. Again, this is really important. It's basically strategy, or it's tactics, depends. I guess it's tactics, right? Tactics at its best. You have to do it if you are going to survive. Now perhaps here as well 5 would be an interesting point. If it's not 5, it's going to be the mushrooms. So in this area, this is interesting because I'm going to put a question mark here, simply because units will need a lot of time to go through all this terrain. So perhaps a wolf here, or even another troll, why not? So I would need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 trolls and more too. So it's not very realistic. I might need to also put this assassin perhaps here, 70%, try to close down the gap. But yeah, in an ideal world, this will be the area where I would like to defend. Of course, I can also, this is basically the outer ring of my defense. Once the outer ring is pierced, and it will be pierced, then it is difficult to see where I could retreat. Perhaps here on this particular swathe of land. So this is basically, I'll say, terrain description. Oh no. Why did I click on terrain description? That is absolutely terrible. So I would put some, well, why can't I see that? Well, I'll just say plan B, right? So B, and B, more or less. Okay, so I suggest you actually do that when you play this, because you actually need to visualize where are you going to be defending. Now, one thing about this map, it's not just an ordinary, I mean, they are not ordinary factions here. So if I right click and I click now on tell me how my recruit works, then you see that we have a weird faction here called the Alliance. Now I get basically a mix of dwarves and loyalists, which is pretty good. So I was saying trolls because I wasn't familiar with this particular faction, the Alliance, but now that I saw the fact that I have dwarves, there are going to be dwarvish fighters absolutely everywhere. So what I intend to do, actually heavy infantrymen, and so I intend to recruit dwarvish fighters, spearmen, heavy infantrymen, and guardsmen. And as you can see, I have here, what do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I have a lot of melee units. So, and this brings us to the other characteristic of this map, the upgrades. So at the beginning of each map, you can choose 2 upgrades. And this, I mean, the timing of choosing these 2 upgrades is once you get your first recruit. So if you want to read more about these upgrades, you can right click here on the Wikipedia or whatever it's called, and you can look at training, right? So newly recruited units have a chance of being improved by training, right? So you can say here melee combat, for example, because this is what we're going to do. So there are 3 levels. So obviously the higher up you get in level, you get more benefits from the training. Melee combat training level 1 would give you let's say first strike. Imagine a guardsman with first strike. he will actually not care at all about cavalry, right? It'll be pretty strong. Then obviously HP and more damage, and defense in village castle. If we go to the latest level, we would see we have a lot of damage per level. And imagine a unit with lots of strikes, right? For example, level 3 fencer has 5 strikes, so that means plus 10 damage, right? So you could also get plus 1 damage as well, so you can get 3 damage times 3 plus 9 damage per strike, 9 times 5 plus 45 damage. That is an insane amount of bonus damage. Plus you get marksmanship for melee and first strike. That would be an absolutely, and 1 strike. I mean, imagine again a unit with very high damage. You get 1 strike, then it's a great. So definitely we're going to be going for the melee buff, and it's important to invest, even if on the first map the bonuses are not that significant. The more you advance, these bonuses add up. So I would say here that this assassin should go on this side, so we can then next go to this shrine. Now I will be recruiting a cavalryman first for scouting purposes, and as you recruit your first unit, you get the bonuses that I was talking to you about. So there are 3 categories and you get to choose 2. So there are artifacts, which we will cover in a second. There are heroes, basically these are extra units, and there is training as well, plus other, right? So I would say first pick training. In our case, melee combat training goes very well with our faction, so this is what we will be picking. Get the benefits here, we've already discussed them. And now an artifact, the beauty about the artifact. So you have to understand, with being a multi-scenario campaign, just like in a regular campaign, you get to recall units, right? So there is a cost associated with the recall, and the higher your unit is in level, the higher the cost of recalling the unit. There are some exceptions to this rule, and the exceptions are made by your obviously your hero is always recalled by default. Without the hero you can't fight, so it's more or less an abstract recall in that sense. Your initial hero, like you see here, your initial companion, let's call it, for example, the wows, we get heroic traits by default, and heroic means it does not pay any recall cost. Now I'm not completely clear regarding artifacts, but I believe a unit with artifact does not pay upkeep, or is it's a bit cheaper to recall. It gets an added benefit on top of the benefit of the artifact. So even if it doesn't get these added, so please leave your comments below. Is there an added benefit in terms of upkeep cost or something of this sort? So if a unit gets an artifact, does it pay 0 upkeep, or does it cost less to recall later on? However, if you think about it, you already have a benefit on this unit here, because you don't pay any cash to recall it. So clumping up, I mean, basically clumping up benefits on a single unit, basically you're putting too much, you're putting all your eggs in one basket. So if you lose that unit, then you are pretty much dead. So it's important to create as many useful units as possible. So from this perspective, our philosophy would be try to spread the benefits around. So don't equip the artifact on your hero, then your hero would be absolutely fantastic and the other units would struggle. Don't equip it on your heroic unit because it already gives you a lot. Equip it on a new recruit which is also trained, because if you are going to recall for this artifact benefit, you also want to get with that recall trained benefits. Anyway, with this being said, we are going to move to the artifact, and this would pretty much conclude our introduction to World Conquest, and we will move on to some exciting gameplay. So let's see here. Remember, I am with a melee faction, so +1 damage, +1 moves, -20% XP to advance. Okay, that would be interesting on a, I would say, on a unit with a lot of hits, like, for example, a fencer +1 moves to make it very, very mobile. 20% more damage. That is not too bad. Poison and plus 20% more damage. I would like that. I would like that a lot. Why? Because as we saw before, as you see these red labels here, my plan is to basically park dwarvish fighters on those good terrain types and basically prevent enemy units from advancing, trying to get enemy units stuck on flat while I keep exchanging units on mountains or on hills. From this perspective, having a dwarvish fighter have the added benefit of poison, that would be absolutely fantastic, because if he is attacked via melee, he would not only deal damage in return, but he would also poison those units, and they might be level 2s, or even if it's, for example, a unit with ranged attacks, if that unit with ranged attacks gets hit by the dwarvish fighter, even if it gets hit once, that ranged unit will struggle on the long term. And as I say that, Zephyr Cloak, Skirmisher, Ambush, Nightstalk, +2 moves. Oh, that is also very, very good. I mean, imagine a level 3, a level 3 Dwarvish Fighter with Nightstalk. So that means, Ambush. So that means Nightstalk and Ambush. He'll be invisible at night, and if something moves next to it, then he would ambush that target. So the element of surprise would be absolutely fantastic. Swim Submerged, not that good. Cold and Slows, not that good because it changes their damage. So it's not like you get both of them. Your attack is changed. Then Winged Scepter Flight. Okay. Ranged Fire Magical. That would be pretty good. That would be a pretty good addition to my army. And also imagine one Dwarvish fighter staying on one hill, and it would have both ranged retaliation and melee retaliation. That would be absolutely unattackable, right? So I am not really sure. I am basically thinking about 17-2 ranged fire magical, because it will allow me in the beginning to get a lot of kills. I mean, it would enable me basically on a Dwarvish fighter to attack via melee ranged units that are next to me, or via ranged melee units, without worrying too much about retaliation. So from this perspective, I would say ranged fire magical. Get this item. Why not? Let's get it. And where is it? Is this a bug? Oh, there it is. There it is here. Now I can't really use my leader together. This is just a joke. So it's here. So I can't really use my leader, because if I use my leader to get this scepter, then I guess I could say no. I could get the village and say no. So no. So the artifact is still here. So another unit. Oh. Of course, I forgot to recruit, and that is absolutely hilarious. I'm not going to do anything about it though. I've picked my benefits and I have a scout. I guess I will just have to suffer through. So big lols there in the comments, I'm sure, but I am confident that we can move past that. And let me have a look here. Tell me how my recruit works. So again, it's a combination between dwarves and rakes. It couldn't be better than that, especially considering that we are going versus, remember, versus undead. So I will be recruiting as expected. I need an eye in the sky, which is a glider. And I will be choosing my... we are Drake and So we have Drakes and what was it? Drakes and Dwarves, combination of both. I would say that I will be going with Drakes and Dwarves, combination of both. Thinking combat experience, because I can get basically healers. I don't seem to have any healers. Or do I? I do have augurs, right? And I do have healing as well there. So I would say melee combat training, but that would be a bit, let's say, unimaginative. So I'll go with health, simply because drakes with extra health are absolutely fantastic. So I'll be getting health. So always rest heals. So again, I don't really need healers in my army. So I can focus on stronger units rather than getting augurs. Then I will be looking at these artifacts, which is minus 50% XP to advance. That is pretty good. Blade impact pierce up to 10 resistances. Steadfast. Okay, that would make, well, it would be useless for drakes, but that would make, for example, a dwarvish fighter which doesn't have the steadfast ability, it would make it so much more powerful, right? Let me see here. Marksman plus 25% damage, not really. Melee arcane plus 25% damage plus 30 resistance versus arcane. Melee magical. That would be interesting. So I'm thinking steadfast. 10% resistances. So, and steadfast as well. That would basically make to a maximum of 10%. The user's physical resistances. Blade, impact, and pierce. Okay. So I'm guessing blade, impact, and pierce. So I'm guessing if I am going to get a unit which is absolutely terrible in terms of resistances, then I could increase them all up to a maximum of 10% and make it steadfast. But I mean, that would be fantastic on a fencer. Dwarves already have good resistances. Drakes don't. Yes, drakes don't. But it's difficult to see what unit would benefit most, because I guess a clasher would benefit, but the clasher would be vulnerable to cold anyway, so it doesn't really solve the problem of cold. I will be getting armor simply because, again, I have to deal with all this, so I need somebody who is capable of defending. So this being said, I will be getting, let me have a look here, set label. No, let me think about it. So if I do recruit a burner, let's have a look at the resistances of burner. So blade 10%, impact 20, pierce minus 10%. Sure, that's fine. Now let me see here. No, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to see how recruits work, so I can get the Thunderer now, which is not what I wanted, but nevertheless. And I need these guardsmen. However, I'm going to recruit a thief, simply because quick, intelligent, trained. That's what I wanted to see. So more hit points. And if I now go on a thief, I can see that it has impact, pierce, and blade. Minus 30%, minus 20%, minus 20%. So if I were to equip this armor on a thief, suddenly his physical vulnerabilities will be cancelled out, and he also has good defense. So basically this would be an incredibly difficult to kill target. So I'm keen on putting this on a thief. Although, you know, if you think about it, thieves are not the best in terms of defending, right? But action, I mean, it's a quick, intelligent one. I wish I had a strong, resilient one. So from this perspective, I'm going to recruit another thief. Strong, quick, trained. Okay, that's a strong thief. That's absolutely fantastic. Quick, it gives me mobility, so I like that. Trained, plus 1 HP. So you see 25 versus 24. It's much better to have 25 than 24. So I will be, it's a bit unconventional recruiting thieves on this map, I guess, but I will be making use of this armor. Plus thieves are cheap. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's a bit lucky there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I should have recruited, probably I should have recruited another glider. So from this perspective, just recruiting thieves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Anyway, we are going to manage somehow, some way. I don't doubt that. And let's think about how to defend this. This is a bit more difficult. I am tempted to say that here would be 1, here would be 2, possibly with the wows here. Here would be 3. And here would be 4, perhaps. Or I could put something here on the mountain. So I would put here another label. 5, this is more aggressive. 5. 6, 7, 8. But by the time I get my dwarves there, he would have already gone through with his scouts. So that's why I didn't focus too much on this. Because the scouts will just go through anyway. Okay, so this concludes the initial preparation. One more thing before we proceed to the actual fight. You see these labels here? These are places where you can gather additional bonuses. Bonuses can be in terms of units, like we saw in the beginning, in terms of upgrades, like we saw in the beginning, and if I'm not mistaken, in terms of artifacts as well. But I might be mistaken. We shall see. Let's embark on this adventure of dealing with an incredibly well-funded AI. So let's see what bonus we have here. Someone is here, another unit. Moment. I'm not picky. Fight for you if you have me. Perfect. This basically solves our leadership problem. This can lead our units into battle. Now I'm going to go here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, never mind. I'm sure I will be fine here. So I will. Don't remember what artifact I had here. I remember. It was, I believe, the ranged attack, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go with those dwarvish fighters. Again, we are doing melee here, so I will see how my recruit works. And because we are doing melee, we are going to go with a heavy infantryman and a dwarvish guardsman as well. So heavy infantryman and guardsman whenever we have the chance. So we see here the training paying off. So we have extra damage here and extra damage on this particular dwarvish fighter. We should be abusing those melee units whenever we have the chance to. And that is all. And I believe we will get this particular to be this trained dwarf. Perfect. Trained dwarf, quick as well. He'll be getting this. He will be absolutely unkillable and very annoying to deal with. Now, kind of forced to go here, and I will be, as promised, getting this. So suddenly here, if we look, I'm not really sure how to see his okay, movement points, yes, but I'm okay, there it is. So as you can see here, it's plus 10%, plus 10%. So if I hover over his hit points, you can see blade plus 10%, impact plus 10%, pierce plus 10%, and when defending is 20%, 20%, 20%, plus arcane, so imagine a ghost attacking him, plus 40%. That is a really tough thief, right? So put him on 1, 2, 3. I just want to see what's going on here. So on a Mission Impossible, that one. Could put it here just to limit the movement of these pesky scouts coming for me, and I do need now to go for, let me see again how my recruit works, and I do need to go for guardsmen, but at the same time dwarvish fighters have impact, so I probably need to recruit some dwarvish fighters as well, and Drake fighter and dwarvish fighter yet again, and probably, I'm not really sure here, I should perhaps be a bit more conservative, but let's recruit a guardsman as well. It's always good to have a trained guardsman. A lot of hit points, 50, so that should be able to defend. So a traditional steadfast unit. Okay, it's not too bad, I guess. Before we see what's coming at us. Oh, here they come. So not that many scouts, or the scouts are probably busy grabbing these villages south, which makes a lot of sense from this perspective. We are okay. Let me see here. Need to get out with this. You see, all this terrain, dwarves are simply flying over it. So yes, there it is, ranged fire, magical. That would be an absolute pain to deal with. Whoever dares to challenge this dwarvish fighter would be an absolute madman. So we are going to go towards the enemy now. Not really sure where to best place this. Okay, probably here. Try to lure, I mean, I'm sure there are lots of scouts now coming towards me, so trying to lure the enemy towards this hill, because this hill will be occupied by this dwarvish fighter. Again, it's one of the marked points of interest, right? So let me now recruit some more dwarvish fighters, probably a guardsman as well, why not? It's a trained one as well. Good damage output, +1 damage per level and +13 damage. This is a beast. So let me also recruit a... Okay. I know we are doing melee, but more dwarvish fighters, I guess. Keen on recruiting a fencer, simply because it's such a strong unit if it's trained. So thief and fencer. Great, trained fencer. That is absolutely fantastic. Trained fencer. And I am going to be recruiting one more. Oh, spearman, I guess, never hurts. Trained, that's what I like to see. So yeah, next time another dwarvish fighter, and that should be it. I'm really curious whether I have mages. I do have mages, but I would need, and I do need a mage. Actually, I do need a white mage here. And I should have gotten a white mage a bit sooner, but it's not too bad. Okay, great. Let's see what we do on this side, because this is the problematic side. Now, I could try to put these fighters towards there. I could try to occupy these. Not really sure, to be honest. Definitely I'm getting this village. And then I could try to lure some of these units towards this wows. Just I have a feeling that it's going to end badly. So I just have a feeling that there will be flying units towards me, especially ghosts. So from this perspective, I'm just keen on waiting. It's going to be difficult with him having so many villages, but I don't want to lose my wows. Now, I do need to move out a bit. One, two, three, four, five, six. So if somebody's going to take that village, it would have to be a... Okay, this is not the awesome thief. It's the normal thief. This is the awesome thief. And I will probably again try to lure some people into some backstabs. And I will be recruiting a... See here again, recruits. Yes, Allseeker with Augur. I will need an Allseeker, unfortunately, before I can get an Augur. However, this Allseeker is trained, so it has a lot of HP. And it's also intelligence strong, which is fantastic news. Now, if I do get poisoned, I'll be in a world of trouble, so I don't want to get poisoned. Okay. There is a bone shooter here, which is interesting. So he's definitely going to get this village. I'm not really sure if I could be zone of controlled. I'm leaning towards being conservative on that side. So I'm not going to go any further. I'm going to stay away from poison. And I'm going to see what comes of it. Okay, he went for the thief, he went for the bait, and the units are spreading out pretty evenly, which is what I wanted to see. Not many scouts coming my way, which is great. Now, the only problem is I've lost 6 already. Okay. It is very tempting to just go here and go for the Orcish assassin, but I simply won't. I will just wait for him at the established routes, right? So here, although poison will be painful, I can tell you that. Now, resilient strong spearman on 50%, that would be not too bad, so I can poke a bit here. Okay, that was better than expected. I could even go a bit forward here with a... Wow, it's a quick, intelligent cavalryman, though. I have a quick, strong fencer who should withstand these attacks, but don't know what to say. I could also put the assassin, which has his heroic and epic. This is just an unbelievable assassin. This assassin should, from 60%, I mean 60%, 38 hit points, 60%, 48 hit points. It should withstand. Yes, perfect. So this should survive 2 attacks. Why am I saying 2? Because there aren't going to be more than 2 attacks. So this should withstand 2 attacks. Shouldn't be a problem. Now, 40%, 60%. Okay, probably 40% here. That should close the gap. And then I am, I'm not following the original plan, but I'm more or less converging towards it, right? So I can have a guardsman in case these units get hit too. Okay, I should stay away from those units there. So in case one of these units gets poisoned, I do have a guardsman too. A healthy guardsman, right, to deal with that. Now, fencer should be able to go either way. So I would say him here. And I will be recruiting another dwarf if I do have the chance to. Or, as I said, and I keep breaking my promises, I would say another mage. And if I can protect my mage enough, I could perhaps even upgrade him into a white mage, but I can't yet. I need to recruit a trained berserker first, which is absolutely fine. Now, next turn, I'm not able to recruit. So from this perspective, kind of want to be able to go both ways here, if need be. So I want to fight with my leader. Okay, I'm looking strong on this side to try to help blue a bit, because blue is struggling. Now, I can fight a bit because I lured this archer into my line of fire. I can help out a bit from 60% with this sergeant. It needs to fight to upgrade, right? So I'm dealing a bit of damage here. Great, I believe it's going well on this side. Probably I have too many units focused on this side, but I'm trying to lure these units. Just come over here as much as possible. I'm trying to make them forget that even blue side exists. Okay, so I'm satisfied with the red side. Now let's look at the blue side. What can be done there? Now, I'm not able to... There is... Well, this particular burner is decent on that side. This trained one could basically eat this ghoul alive. It most definitely could. And I have here great chance for backstab as well, although I will be exposed to poison. Although I'll be on 70%. So, okay. Multiple things going on here at this time, but I'll be going with leader first. Okay, those were some good hits. Now, I'll be going like this. I have to take some chances here, yes. Okay, 14. That's not too bad. Let's see where to put this experience. So I will be putting this experience into strong, resilient, trained. That seems like a good contender for experience. So I'll be putting it here. It's great. And now I can try to... Okay, that should be a kill. How about this one? That should also be a kill. So both ways I'll be getting a kill. I am more interested in this particular play here, although I will be dealing a lot. I will be taking a lot of damage as well. Oh god, that was close. Too close for comfort, I guess. Well, that at least got rid of the melee poisoner. The melee poisoner was very annoying simply because, well, for obvious reasons, I am a melee unit, so I'm a melee attacker mostly, so I can't really kill him without getting dirty with poison in the process. Now, I do have a problem with healing poison, right? Because I was an oversight from my part. I can't really recruit a auger for a very long time, which is going to hurt. That was a big oversight to focus on those melee recruits. Now I do need to protect this Osaka, so from this perspective I would say, and I also need to protect this thief from double attacks. So from this perspective I would say Drake here, and it's not ideal, but Dwarvish fighter here, and guess healthy should be on 60%, and the Rake fighter can hold his own here from in against one attack. So if he does decide to go for the Drake fighter, he would have to go from 40%. If he does decide to go for the thief, he'd have to go from 40% with assassin. If he goes for guardsman, poison on guardsman is not that bad. So yeah, should be okay. Now in terms of this unit here, I do need to put more protection on this particular burner. It's too exposed, I feel. This would be one way to do it. So I would say slam it. Okay, not that bad. Terrible, 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 but at least now I can backstab. Okay, so thieves are actually paying off. I'm doing quite a lot of damage. And now I would even say, to be honest, 7 with Drake Burner. It's a good position. Though he could go here. So if I could undo it, I could perhaps plan a bit here. So I could... Okay, that would be 2 attacks on that burner. And well, I'm not that keen, to be honest, but I also don't want this archer to go simply on 50% here and deal damage on the fight. That would be just too good for him. Now 47 should be able to withstand a grunt and an archer. Yeah, I think this would be a decent way of doing things. And on this side, basically the wows is waiting. Now, considering how this particular bone shooter is placed, I'm not sure if there's anybody coming, but I could take a risk and basically try to ambush bone shooter here, but I don't have any follow-up. So from this perspective, unless I know what's coming for me, which I don't, I'm not going to take a risk. I forgot about this. I mean, if it's going to hit so many times, then I might as well die. Planning will deactivate at least. Okay, it's night and I have a lot of adepts coming at me. I don't like this at all. So what I'm going to do, I am going to try and lure these units towards the right hand side, and then I am going to try to move back with Drake if possible. Now it's just too many units coming at me. Too many units. I might need to run around here, try to run around and then basically do some sort of sandwich during the day. He keeps recruiting these ghouls, which are the ones that hurt, to be honest. Now, this is an intelligent, resilient train, but it's not healthy, so it's going to come and bite me. Now, these units here can be killed because they are quite isolated from the rest. So I would say this is where this particular dwarvish fighter will come in handy. So I would say this one goes here and does a magical attack, as you saw right there. And now I could get the experience with the marksman. Why not? There it is. So a lot of experience on this orcish assassin. So it has been quite helpful. Now I am free to attack with my dwarvish fighter to attack this particular skeleton. Oh, I will get a lot of retaliation back though. And I unfortunately do not have any melee. I went full melee, went basically full melee, which you never do. And now I will be in trouble here. I will need to basically improvise and try to kill this wolf instead. She's proving to be more difficult than expected. Okay, I will be going back with this cav and will be trying to lure more units with this fencer. Right, and go for this wolf with fighter. There it is. Great. Now this skeleton obviously can deal a lot of damage, but he is alone, so now I have to be careful with what kind of unit I place here. That's not the kind of unit you want to place there now, because there is a Dark Adept coming. Now I'm not really sure I want to place any kind of unit, but if there is something that I need to place there, it's a guardsman. Simply because I need to lure some units towards this side, otherwise blue is simply going to get swamped. Now I will kind of retreat afterwards. I will basically try to not really sure here what would be the best course of action. I can try to backstab a bit, but it will just backfire. I can feel it. Could try to do this. Guess that would be that bad. And in terms of this sergeant, I am already thinking about how to retreat on this side. It might have to be a full-on retreat with this particular dwarvish fighter on 70%. So if that goes on 70%, then not really sure how this sergeant might be able to help, though he is quite quick, so he can run away quite fast. I would say simply go here and take it from here. Try to lure more units towards this side. Okay, and cavalryman goes. It would be good if the cavalryman could swim a bit and get this village, but not really sure. I won't have enough gold for a mage though, so I will have to wait and see. Now this requires careful planning, which is run away as far as you can. Now this one should go towards villages. This one can realistically only retreat here. This one can retreat here. This one can fly away. This one flies away as well, though flying too much. This one has to help, unfortunately. And oh, it's just terrible. It's a bit better, I guess. And I should just hope they go for the red side rather than focus too much on the left-hand side. Okay, that's the best I can do at this point. Already lost my glider. Okay, at least some movement here. Still too many units coming on that side, I feel, but it's a bit better than it was initially. I should keep running at this point with the blue leader. If I could kill this orcish grunt, then I would be an extremely happy person, simply because I can, just obliterate the adept. And with this being said, I will go with this 10-3, 16-2 though. I'm going to go for it. Pray for me. This is a really important. No. It's just not going to work. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So yeah, I can run away from here. I feel that I can run further away. It's just that too many units are coming, and it's still second watch, right? So I should simply retreat. Yeah, that was not a good move. That was not a good move. This particular thief is going to die. They are going to go for the thief, fortunately. I will have to rely on his 60% defense to survive, and I do need planning mode here. And I will basically retreat some more. Now, I do have this dwarvish fighter, which can keep killing here. So from this perspective, it would just seem a pity to retreat here, simply because I could keep going with this dwarvish fighter. Okay, feels that I can keep killing a bit here, so I will just disable planning mode, and I will see what can be done here. Probably no reason to go on good terrain. Then I could also level up my orcish assassin. Not sure. Definitely will be helpful. There it is. Orcish assassin, 12-3 melee blade, 9-4 knives. So this will be incredibly helpful. And this particular orcish slayer has just become more reliable, right? Now, in terms of this unit here, I can attack it from 1, 2, 3 sides, which is wonderful. I could also just simply kill it with the Allseeker. That would be a good use of the Allseeker for sure. I'm not really sure about grabbing this village. It's just not feeling it yet. I will try to seal it quick. Yeah. Guess. Remains to be seen how to best place this. This one will be able to run away quite effectively, I guess, but this one is also a good fighter. But yeah, you can't have it all. You have to basically take some damage somewhere. There it is. Archer is history, so I've just killed I would say, quite a lot of units. 5 units there, trying to basically shave the numbers of his units. Also making sure that these units go towards me on the right hand side rather than going towards blue. Now, that is not too bad of a placement, to be honest. Keen on leaving the spearman here to basically regen. Now I do need planning mode. Let's see. Okay, even a bit too much. So I would say H and go here. And with this one, I could definitely is out of reach. Yeah, that would be out of reach. Now, in terms of the sergeant, could go there, but then I would be exposing the sergeant instead of the thief. So he would need basically 3 hits on the sergeant. I'm not willing to expose the sergeant. Sergeant would be on 50% anyway. So, oh, this is not good. So this should go here, this should go here, and now I should be protected. Great. This particular resilient, intelligent adept is no threat. What is a threat is this grunt, which is not able to reach important units. This particular cavalryman is healing, happily. It's not actually healing, it's just idling. Yeah, I'm not really sure about this spearman, whether I should heal him or just bring him closer to the fight, or even, you know, try to take him for a swim. 3, so is it quick? It is quick. So I'll try to take him for a swim and try to get him to get the village and get this buff there. It would be 2 buffs for my red player, which would be a bit unfair. Life is rarely fair, I guess. Okay, you heard the sound there. You heard basically the sound of my unit absolutely being shattered. Now, I do need that that is just going to be brutal. Oh, I can actually run away with this. That's unexpected. So I can run away. Okay. Now, in terms of... Okay, I will. I'll keep hiding here. Hopefully he won't come for me. That is just insane there. Okay, that is reachable. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is reachable here, unfortunately. Oh, I'm not on planning mode. What a rookie mistake. I wasn't on planning mode all along. I was just retreating my unit. Anyway, it's good enough. It would have to do, I'm afraid. I mean, he can't. He will be able to attack there, but not with everything. Now, hopefully this wall will be safe. Hope he does not know. He's not aware of the Wowz's positioning. And the blue player would have to survive. The thief is going to die. That was my mistake. No. I did not. Oh, never mind. That was, I guess, a lucky break. And I saw some units going towards the red side, which is absolutely fantastic. Excellent! And you heard that sound, ladies and gentlemen. That is the sound of us fighting back against the forces of darkness. So now I'm just so tempted to just go for this Dark Adept and be done with it. But that's not how it works, as we all know. Great, I will be swimming a bit here. Guess that would be the best positioning, because I could go 3 and then run away. Okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. Yeah, that's not too bad. Great. Now, in terms of this here, it would help me a lot. Look, I can attack the Adept, and then I can protect the Dwarvish Allseeker, which would be fantastic. Also, I can use the wows, and I only have archers here, which is absolutely great. So we did not... It was for something. All this fight, it was for something. We kind of confused the undead forces. They were going left, and now we retreated so much that they are going right, simply because we are getting a lot of kills on the right-hand side. Great, so we are doing well. We just need to stay focused. Okay, now there are a lot of units still coming. However, the Adepts are the ones which actually hurt, and they are pretty far away. Now, we have to... One thing I forgot to mention, we have to be mindful about the number of turns. So we have 25 turns to kill the enemy units. Should be plenty of turns, though, to do that. As long as we survive the initial rush, we should be fine. Now, let us see here what happens. Should we fight? Should we go back? I am definitely recruiting a mage, no matter what. And this is a great time to be a mage. It's a trained mage as well, so deals a lot of mini damage. Now, I am thinking of simply using my units to deal damage wherever possible. So here I could try to use my bow. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so I would be safe here. Okay, there is a wolf, of course, but great, that is a lucky break again. We are getting experience into the sergeant, so all is going well here, and I will be able to support with the Dwarvish fighter, so will be able to help me a bit. Now, in terms of this particular Dwarvish fighter here, I need to block the ghost, definitely, because I don't want the ghost to mess up with my spearman here. So from this perspective, I would say use my Dwarvish fighter. Say even use it on the ghost, to be complete, if I'm completely honest with you. Even use it on the ghost, and yeah, make a line there and let them come at us. Let them come at us. I mean, it's dawn now, so this particular Dwarvish fighter, I'm a bit reluctant to put it on 50%, if I'm completely honest with you. But it would be outside the range of the Adept, so from this perspective, should be fine. There is another ghost coming. So there is the ghost gun. And now I'm really happy that I picked the weapon that I picked. Now I would need to basically protect him here. So that's why I would put another strong unit. I could put the Fencer, but it would be a bit of a gamble. But if I do put the Orcish Slayer here, then that should be good enough. I would put here planning mode. So that should ensure that this particular Dwarvish fighter can go back. Now I am exposed to the attacks from the Dark Adept, however I have 49 hit points and I should be able to fight back pretty well. Now in terms of these archers, as you can see, they are pretty annoying, these archers, but yeah, I mean, I would need to basically use the Dwarvish fighter from 60%. There is no other way. So I would say yes. Great. Now, Dwarvish fighter, he can survive a bit of harassment here. And all I need to basically do, all I need to ensure is that this Dwarvish fighter survives with 50% from 3 attacks. However, it's dawn, it's not night. He should be able with normal luck, but remains to be seen. I am a bit concerned about this. It's a big gamble here, but I personally think there is no other way. Now, in terms of these units, they are not too sure what they want to do. I would be keen to. Now, I'm going to keep these units here simply because all 3 of these units will heal. So I am keen on perhaps luring a bit the enemy to me. So, for example, I would say here, right? So this would be a kind of positioning that would work. He will deal a lot of damage with the Adept, but that's pretty much it. He will be able to poison my units, yes, but then I would have units here, and then I would have the mage and this healed and this and that, be able to support. I might be trying to swallow more than I can chew by basically trying to lure him both here and here, but remains to be seen. I think it should be good enough. Okay, now let's see what we do on the blue side. Now remember, all these units here means that we are pretty much, I mean, we used to be under a lot of pressure, not anymore. So from this perspective, we are absolutely fantastic. So I'm even going to deactivate planning mode. And I'm going to make a statement here that I will be capable to basically kill this Adept and then protect it. So I'm going to go for it. There it is. Who needs to heal poison? I guess nobody. And now, best use of this leader, without a doubt, would be attacking. I mean, I could also go for the assassin, don't get me wrong. Assassin needs to die, right? It does need to die. But I could also go, well, I want to do some hits. That's my only worry. But I guess, well, it's really problematic here. So if I do put my leader here, my leader will be exposed to a lot of attacks. I am more keen on putting the thief there, although it's not I mean, this will be 60%. Well, if I can kill some of these units, then the thief will not be exposed to a lot of damage. So from this perspective, I'm going for the kill rather than, doing any other finesse. Okay, those were some good hits. Now, the thief, unfortunately, is not dealing enough damage. However, I do have a skeleton archer coming. So, it's not skeleton archer, but dwarvish fighter, which deals decent amount of damage. So that should get the job done. Now, this particular orcish archer deals fire damage, right? So I want to stay away from it. So best positioning for this wows would be here rather than anywhere else. But let me check. 6-2, that's nearly not enough damage to kill me. This is just ridiculous. So I will not pay attention to whatever is going on here, and I will be going for this assassin. Hopefully I will get one hit in. Of course not. Anyway, that should basically protect a bit more whatever unit comes here, right? So 47, I guess. Well, I can do a backstab now with the wows, right? So I will be going for the backstab. Okay, and hopefully now, with some luck on the grit on the fighter, I'm able to clear that. Okay, and my leader cannot be attacked from this bone shooter, so it all turned out pretty well. Now, this particular dwarvish fighter does need to heal up, And considering how this particular red player is going to get one more village, I am saying that it's okay to take this village so I can heal up and also be able to recruit some units. Now, I don't think this guardsman needs to do anything else at this point other than heal. And this particular thief could help out a bit, but remember, it's the steadfast thief, so I don't want to just expose him at this point. I want to put some more experience into it, right? Don't want to cuddle him too much here, but I also don't want to expose him unnecessarily. Perhaps expose him here, right? Just one attack, get one experience in. That shouldn't be too bad. Oh, actually, I could put him on 70%, simply because if you look at it, they could attack this dwarvish fighter from 3 sides. So rather than 60%, I could have 70%, but it's 25 versus 26. I'm not really sure. I mean, this has experience, so from this perspective, I would say 70% would be better, wouldn't it? So compare. I mean, you could say, oh, why did you risk your thief with steadfast? Well, it has steadfast. It should be defending, right? It should be using steadfast. Think about it. The dwarvish fighter, look at his resistances, right? The dwarvish fighter has 20, 20, 20, yeah? My thief, if you remember, it has 20, 20, 20. So the same resistances as the dwarvish fighter, which is paradoxical, but it is true because I got the upgrade, I got the item, right? But at the same time, the thief has 70% defense rather than 60% defense. Therefore, mathematically speaking, the thief has a higher chance of surviving. Also, this one already has 19 experience into it, right? So, well, and I should be using steadfast. I mean, that's why I took it. I'm not even going to attack because I want to maximize my chances of surviving, right? But at the same time, I should be using the steadfast. Yeah. Okay. So the burner here should stay away from this adept. But as long as I stay away from this adept, I should be able to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Should be able to do however I please. So some decent damage there on the Orcish Grunt. So, oops, but the Orcish Grunt can now attack the Dwarvish Fighter, which is a misplay from my side, I guess. Now the Dwarvish Fighter is in danger, but I can't really do much about it now. Oh, he still went for that. So you see, he still went for that. He still went for that. Unbelievable. Almost killed it as well. Okay, 70% doing wonders here. There is the Lion of all these units moving forward. Absolutely fantastic defense there from the assassin. He's unjust, as I said. So you can see they don't dare to attack the fighter via ranged. And it's looking good, ladies and gentlemen. You see the heals there, the two hit point heals. Again, very, very effective. And we shall now get some experience, shall we? So, oh, that was painful to watch, but we shouldn't be complacent. We should keep going. So I will be going on this side. Hopefully enough hits. Fortunately not. But this should be good enough. Now, in terms of this Wolfseeker, it is obvious that I should. So, yeah, I intend to fight with my leader. So, to use the Wolfseeker here. Great. Now, leader from 50% on this particular abomination. Oh, didn't do as much as I wanted it to. Now, I do need to cover here. Do need to cover as much as possible. So I will be bringing my spearmen now. It's day, so I want to deal my damage, right? So could even go here, but it would not be best use of my time. I could try to, simply because this just doesn't deal, right? So this doesn't deal a lot of damage. Wait, so this doesn't care if it's on 30%, it still defends pretty well. However, it would get poisons, will get poisoned. So it's a tough one. It's a tough one here. I mean, do I use my mage? Don't I use my mage? Yeah, that is going to be a tough one, I'm afraid. Now, this cannot stay here. That is an absolute given. Okay, there is some hope here with this particular spearman, but well, if I can get this fighter on 60%, I could fight with it. Also, I don't really want to use my Orcish Slayer to last hit units. It just seems like a waste of experience. It just doesn't seem like a good play. Now, I could also go here on 50%, and that could be a decent way of defending. That could also work. Or I could go here on 70%. That would definitely be a way in which I could continue to fight with this Dwarvish fighter. So I think I'm going to go with that. So I'm going to go with that. This is just an absolute mad Dwarvish fighter. So the problem is now, how do I close the line? I could close the line with the village, definitely. And I could use the fencer, or I could use the fencer. I feel that I will have to do some kills with the Orcish Slayer, simply because these ghosts are incredibly annoying and they have very high reach. Okay, as you can see, wasn't able to do too much there. Now, fencer should be able to 36. Now this, I'm getting a bit worried for this Orcish Slayer. Fencer should be able to help here. Okay, at least the Fencer gets some experience as well. Now, the problem is that this particular Dwarvish fighter is vulnerable now. However, as you can see, the Ghost doesn't have that absolutely incredible reach. Now, these skeleton archers are going to deal quite a lot of damage to this cavalryman. They are going to deal 6 per hit, which is insane amounts of damage. Also, this particular fencer will be hit from 3 sides by archers, so I would have to basically let him fare for himself. Hopefully 60% will work. Now, in terms of positioning here, not really sure. There is an Orcish grunt, and there are archers. I'm just running out of units to fight back, so I'm not really sure how to best handle this. It might be that this guardsman will die, which is unfortunate. Although there are only 1, 2, 3 units. I could try to lure some of these units towards the mage. Definitely could, as long as this grunt doesn't reach it. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. It will be, I mean, if this dies, okay, that should be fine. So if this dies, at least the Allseeker is safe. Now, pray for my guardsmen, and we shall have some fun with blue units now. So I would say this grunt is almost irrelevant at this point, so I will be going for this archer. Archers are simply to deal more damage. Okay, now this particular fighter here. Now this I'm not really sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm fine. This particular fighter here can also. Oh, that was close. Can also help out a bit. So job done. Top. So now there are only 3 units able to fight this. 1, 2, 3. Well, 4. 4 units, but one of them doesn't deal real damage. And it's day, so perhaps this particular guardsman can indeed survive. Okay, here comes the fun part, which is this side. Now, there's just more and more coming. They never stop, do they? I need to be able to basically kill the units that kill me. So the units that kill me, I mean, this particular archer is incredibly dangerous. So I must actually attack him. Okay, those were some good shots there. Now, this unfortunately doesn't deal enough damage, and this particular walls is unable to reach there. So this is going to be a problem. I'm slowly but surely running out of units. I will have to use my wows on this unit, because this unit deals a lot of damage with fire, right? So I need to basically prevent that. Now I can do some backstabs here, but unfortunately they will be backstabs on the archer, which is not where you want to be. But unfortunately there is not much else going on here, so I will have to settle for these backstabs. Okay, I'm not even going to hit. I could try to force it a bit with this fighter here, but the fighter will die in the process. So I will be able to okay, now this fighter is exposed. Okay, that was some decent damage on this skeleton archer. This one is also dying. However, my leader is now exposed, which is not where you want to be. Okay, and this particular dwarvish Allseeker has absolutely no hope of ever healing up. So I'm hoping that this walls will draw some fire. Yeah, literally some fire, right? So okay, that should, I mean, it's not optimal. It's by far not optimal, but should be good enough. And if it isn't, I would have to run. There is no other way. I need to run. Okay, at least he's attacking the thief. Oh god, that thief is really important. Okay, he went for the leader. That is fine. Okay, and the guardsman will survive. That is good news. Okay, that also survived, so good news as well. The 70% fighter is doing wonders. Now I will say that I need to go 3, 2, 1. So I'll need to go for yet another village. And let me see here how to best deal with all these heathen. So definitely going for the archer here for the bones. Great. Now this particular sergeant should hold his own here. can't really kill, can it? Now I should be able to kill this. It just seems like a waste. This leader does not need to heal yet, so I would say keep on fighting. Oh, come on. Just terrible, 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 terrible. Not really sure here. This is not looking good. I just don't want to expose my archer, right? I don't want to expose my don't want to expose my mage in the middle of nowhere. Okay. Now this should take care, theoretically, should take care of this archer. I have 93 chance to take care of this archer, but I need it, so I'm going to go for it. Okay, it's looking good. Perfect, so this Dwarvish Allseeker has a chance there. Now, in terms of covering my tracks, I would say definitely this cavalryman should go for the... Okay, and now the sergeant can actually do something. Great. And now this resilient quick Dwarvish fighter, perhaps healing because he can't do anything else. And now perhaps go for the Orcish grunt simply because the assassin... well, yeah, it doesn't really matter what I go for. I'm not going to hit anyway, so... not really sure with this strong, healthy one what I should do. Probably throw a spear. Or perhaps attack. 14. 5, right? Perhaps attack this particular assassin. 5-2. So it's not that bad. Say attack the assassin. Okay, at least some damage there. Great, 9. That should mean that I will survive, most likely. And my awesome Dwarvish fighter should probably fight. I mean, I could definitely kill this skeleton. Could definitely do that. And this particular... Okay, this needs planning. So planning mode activated. I would say the Orcish Slayer could run. This one could run as well. The ghost will reach and go. So the ghost needs... Let me see, how much does the ghost need? The ghost needs 2 hits. So from this perspective, I would say that 1, 2, okay, never mind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's getting difficult to protect these units. I would say that quick, strong, trained. This Orcish Slayer will have to retreat, that is for sure. So what if I retreated here and then I retreat this? Okay, never mind. So what if I do this instead? Now this fencer is going to have to fight for his life. And that's the only way. So this fencer will have to dodge some of the ghost's hits. This is how it's going to be otherwise. Now HH, so can this run any farther? Afraid not. So this one will have to run here. Okay, and yeah, it will basically have to defend against the ghosts. Now, in terms of which is the most annoying here, well, definitely this can deal a lot of damage to skeleton, but so can the grunt. Also, the skeleton dies in one hit, melee hit from this dwarvish fighter, so I doubt that the skeleton will attack the dwarvish fighter. So from this perspective, I expect the grunt to be a bit more daring, but at the same time, yeah, I don't know what to say here. Probably better to go for the kill rather than anything else. So get the sure kill and then see afterwards what happens. So I'll just go for the sure kill. So that would be the end of that. Great. So this dwarvish fighter is slowly but surely accumulating experience. This ghost has multiple choices here. Try to kill the fencer or try to go for the slayer. Now let's see, what can we do to help ourselves? Say definitely disable planning mode for now and go for this orcish grunt. Not that good. Not that good, but not that bad either. Okay, perhaps go back so I can at least have a chance of helping my own teammates. Now, in terms of this thief, I think it should go back to defend. This thief should go back, but it's a bit more difficult for him to do that. They completely ignore the wows. And this wows would need to kill, again, we need to kill the units that have fire attacks. He's fine against everything else. He can't stand fire. So he's going to go full fire. Now, in terms of this bone shooter definitely must die. Unfortunately, 16 plus 14. That is an interesting development. So, if I can manage to kill this archer somehow, some way, so that would be the most realistic way, but it's a long shot, so... Okay, I kill the archer. That's fine. So now, because I killed the archer, my thief can roam freely. The only problem is that this thief has to kill the bone shooter. The only problem is that this thief deals probably 1 damage. I'm not exaggerating, probably deals 1 damage. So planning mode, I can't even see, to be fair. So I'm just going to retreat this. No, 2 damage, at least that. So this thief deals 2 damage. Now, I could try to go in with the fighter. That will expose the fighter badly, but I could try to go in with the fighter. And this fighter will deal, well, it will deal more damage, but that doesn't help me, does it? I could try to go in with this other thief, which has only 7 life, right? I could try to go with him, and then I would basically expose this thief. Or I could try to go with this one, which has also 2/3. So that could work. Now, it remains to be seen. Okay, so where were we? We were trying to kill this bone shooter, right? So I would say this one goes a bit more here. This one goes here, and now I need some decent damage with this guardsman. That is decent damage, definitely. So 50% guardsman, and now we should have a 70% level 2 thief, if we are lucky, of course. So we do need to be lucky here. I need one hit. Ah, God. I can't believe that. I only needed one hit. That's all I needed. One hit. That is just... I just needed one hit and him, or at least, one hit a bit later on. Not immediately, but still, it was just one hit. Oh, God, this is just terrible now. This has absolutely gone... It's simply terrible. Oh, God. This is not looking good at all. Okay, yeah, I don't know what to do now, to be honest. Completely honest with you. Don't know what to do. This fighter is in absolutely grave danger. If I expose my leader, then my leader is going to be in grave danger. So, but I also need to hit with my leader. I could also, there are only 3 units, to be fair. So I would say protect the fighter a bit more and go for this unit, which is the most, it's the scariest, right? So say, yeah, I don't know what to do. 9-5, I guess. Okay, that was some decent damage there. So as long as, oh God, he can reach the thief now. Yeah, that is just falling apart everywhere. So he can reach the thief and he can kill the thief as well. So I would say give him the Allseeker rather than give him the thief. Could have gone with the thief on this 70% here, so that is... I wish I could undo, but I can't. Should I give him the Allseeker? I believe I should give him the Allseeker. Just go for the Allseeker, it's an easier kill. Don't go for my thief. So, yeah. I've lost the Allseeker as well. That is just terrible. There it is, go for the Allseeker. Great! At least my fighter gets to... well, my fighter gets to die with a lot more experience than I initially expected. So it's going pretty grim for the blue player there. But at least my thief, which was the... okay, my thief and my wows are alive and well, so at least that. Okay, you can't, not everything can go according to your plan. You have to have... you will have some of these inaccuracies or unlucky streaks where you will struggle. Now, in terms of this, say get this village and then proceed to the next village. So Reds is doing pretty well income wise. Now this hero needs to go back because I'll soon have income to be able to recruit. Now I feel that I could just basically destroy him now. If I could get some hits in. I'm not keen on keep playing around with the leader, to be fair. I need basically 2 hits here, or perhaps 2 hits here. 10-2, 6-3. Perhaps with the mage. But I need a lot of hits with the mage, so I would say hit with this spearman. Great. And then use the mage on the grunt. Great. Some experience there. Then use the sergeant somewhere. Don't know where, but somewhere. Perhaps on the ghost. Or perhaps here on the village. He shouldn't be able to kill the sergeant. Even if I don't help him, he shouldn't be able to kill the sergeant. It's 60%, 36 hit points. He doesn't deal that much damage. 18 plus 12, let's say 30, plus 4, 34. Should be able to survive. Heavy infantryman. 12, 2. That is a serious amount of damage. I'm even pondering the possibility of just dealing my damage this time of day, to be honest. Just go with the damage. How about here? 12, 2. And then follow up with Drake Burner. That could be one way to play it. And I would be safe from these two archers. So that could be an option, definitely. I mean, this would be poison, but okay, at least I hit once. Now, this particular cavalryman would also be poisoned. But he needs to stay away from these archers. Okay, that's fine. It's looking good. Now, don't know about this ghost. 3-3, it's not nearly enough to address the ghost. However, what I could do is basically use this. Yeah. Oh, still not far. Still not far enough, is it now? I could use this here and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It will still reach me, but 3, 3. That should be fine. Let's see here. Attack, please. Great. Clearing the ghost was an important objective there. Now, this dwarvish fighter is doing well here. Actually, there's no reason for me to move him, to be fair. I mean, there's no reason to. Now, I do need to cover this side. Well, if you think about it, 6-3, he'll need 3 out of 3 versus 60%. That shouldn't happen. Again, theoretically. Now, this Osika could use some healing. So would this guardsman, but who cares about him? So, leader definitely needs healing. And Fencer probably needs healing as well, but he can run far. Sure about this fighter as well. He also needs healing, so I'm just going to put him backwards. This one also needs healing. Okay, these should survive. More or less. Now, this particular sergeant can grab this village, but this would basically expose the heavy infantryman. But I guess it's better to get the heavy infantryman killed rather than this dwarvish fighter. Oh, that was a painful miss. Now, I could try to help a bit with this. Okay, now this particular Drake Burner should be able to support. Again. Okay, that should be good enough. Okay, this side has survived, but at what cost? It's just too much, I believe. But no point in crying over spilled milk, I guess. And we are going to hopefully so we are going to get an auger, which we should have gotten in the beginning. And we are going to hopefully kill this particular wolf rider. Oh, come on. I'm on 60%. And now he's going to hit my thief on 60% as well. Just up. So 19. Great. So this wolf rider has single-handedly obliterated all my units. At least some experience into this steadfast thief. Okay, and now where should I put the experience? Should I put it in this walls, or should I put it in this trained guardsman? Well, the guardsman can't do anything anyway, so might as well put it inside the walls. There it is. And now this particular guardsman should heal a bit. He deserves it. And yes. Burner, almost forgot about it. So the burner should deal with this poisonous heathen. There it is. And now suddenly my line of defense is looking really good. I have a lot of units which are about to die, but they will not die, hopefully. Okay, assassin. Survived with barely. Now 14, 6-3. Feel that this resilient strong spearman could benefit from that. Definitely the skirmisher as well. It's just that the resilient strong spearman is the only one capable of getting that kill. Great. Now, in terms of experience management, I'm not really sure whether I should be recruiting now or whether I should be moving forward at this point. I could try to recruit a mage and try to basically... Oh, but it's not going to happen, is it? It's not going to let me recruit a mage. So from this perspective, I'm not going to recruit anything else. I could go through this passage here, but I just want to let the Drake get this benefit. So from this perspective, I'll just swim a bit and grab more villages while swimming. Let me see here. My recruits. What could we get? We could get a Griffin Rider and recall it next turn to probably be cheaper rather than buying it. But it's a bit too late for a Griffin Rider, if you ask me now. I'm not very keen on recruiting it. It feels like a waste, although it might be trained this turn. Although if we recruit it next turn, it will be trained with level 2. Okay, let's see what we can do here. 20. That is a lot of damage. There it is, more experience into our absolutely insane dwarvish fighter. And these units should retreat. This one is definitely retreating. This one is definitely retreating. Okay, should be safe here. And this one also definitely retreating. The only problem is 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, this one can't reach, but the grunt can reach 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But this burner should be able to cover, though it's going to be tricky. I'm just going to go close to this particular unit. Oops, I miscomputed here a bit. Why did I push the Allseeker forward? I don't know. It's really stupid of me. Really, really stupid. So now suddenly my Allseeker is exposed. That was really stupid move from my side. Allseeker exposed for absolutely nothing. Can't even undo. Well, guess these mistakes happen. We've been here for almost 2 hours, so I guess I am tired and should finish soon though. The mage goes back, definitely. And the burner is just basically going to sacrifice himself, perhaps. Wow, this is not looking good. I am going to recruit another Allseeker simply so that I can recruit another mage when time comes. Okay, I can finally take this with the walls, and now I can place the burner here to protect. If I go here, you see it's not going to cut it, so hopefully I'm protecting a bit with the burner. However, the burner is going to die instead of the Allseeker. Or probably the burner is going to die together with the Allseeker. It's just my mistake. Then here I want to recruit a Drake fighter, and I want to use this Drake fighter to go all the way here to basically achieve secure that bonus, whatever it is. I want to secure that bonus, and okay, it's looking good. We finished the map. Now we do have to... Oh god, no. Great, level 2 unit there. At least some luck. Great, now we are in an absolutely fantastic position. We will be recruiting. In here, the mage has very little experience. This heavy infantryman also very little experience. Shouldn't be putting more experience into this steel clad, I feel. He has had enough. Okay, that was pretty good. Now, I'm not really sure what to do other than retreat with absolutely everything. I am starved for villages. Perhaps try to lure some of these units here. Okay, that would be it, I guess. This side, we can try to retreat a bit more. Oh, forgot about this guy here. He's swimming happily, trying to steal more villages. Now, blue's turn. Some nice hits there. Should enable us to achieve something here. Great, some experience into this trained auger. And these units need to heal before they can do anything else. Now this particular burner needs to go back, and that should be safe enough, I feel. Great, daytime, and now time for payback. I guess we could try to, again, recruit a mage now, before it's too late. And we absolutely need to prioritize the mages, so... Oh, God. See how we're going to do this, if we are going to miss in this manner. So 8. Now this mage here deals 8. 6-3. We are going to have to take the risk. Okay, now we are making sure we are putting a lot of experience into these mages. Only the mages should be the one grabbing the experience. And I shall, of course, perhaps this, I mean, this Allseeker is not really, I mean, he has done enough. I will definitely push him forward now. But it's not that critical that he gets more experience. Okay. This particular steel clad needs to help out a bit. 17 to... not really sure here. Just want one hit. Okay, great. That's all I wanted. This should basically help other units get the experience. There is our little swimmer here. And these units... They are just not going to do anything. Going to be exploring villages. And now I feel that I need experience into this auger. I need a healer. There it is. And now, in terms of this particular ghoul, again, this needs to go all the way down here. So I'm going to move it towards that side of the map. Now, I could try to go here for this ghoul, but it just feel like I'm forcing things rather than let them happen naturally. This thief here also needs experience, so not really sure here. Probably wait for the ghoul to come out and then move forward. Now there was a burner here, which I don't know what happened to it. There is still a burner here. It would not be the best recipient of experience, but could still work. I mean, 9 to... probably not the best idea what I did, but too late now to change. Okay, now I should be able to grab these villages, these units, and this particular cannot be moved yet. Now I need to push these mages forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, great. How about this one? This one also needs to reach the heat of the battle. This one is healthy, so it doesn't really need the healing, does it? Okay, that should basically take care of that side. Now, Okay, that should defend absolutely everything. There is a swimmer here, so I am going to make him swim some more. Now, I shouldn't linger too much. I do need to kill those units, right? So I would say, again, more damage here on this. Oh, probably shouldn't have killed it. Probably should have saved the experience for somebody else. I'm going to get a bit closer with this one. And this one should heal up. Now this burner. Not really sure to best place him, to be honest. He's not going to die either way, so might as well restrict movement and go from there. Now, again, I need to reach the keep sooner rather than later. Now, I could try to, again, this needs to go for that particular passage. I could try to get the experience with the wows, or at least deal some damage there. Okay, so this is only about making sure the right units get the experience. Right, perfect. Now, I do have a mage here, which is unfortunately just outside the range of that, but I do have another mage here. Oh, come on. I would just have to use something else. For example, I would have to use this particular Allseeker. 5-2. Wow, it's still not. 2, 3, 4, 5. Probably this would be better, to be honest. Almost leveling up. And now could basically make sure I am blocking access to this Allseeker. Great, blocking access to the Allseeker. This is basically being kept here for experience, nothing else. And it's so unfortunate that I can't really do much here. 7-4-9-2. Well, I guess I could risk it with the fencer. It's not that bad of a target, so it's not bad of a recipient for experience. I could also try to. Yeah, I don't want to do that, so I will just do this. Okay, great. It's not that bad. Experience into the fencer. And I will push the mage forward. Everything forward, actually. These two can grab some villages. And the swimmer can grab the village to the bottom. Now, in terms of blue, experience is best put in this auger. However, I might not be able to get it, so I might just have to go with the wows, unfortunately. But yeah, it's not that bad either. In terms of that particular thief, bringing units towards the enemy keep. And making sure nobody can attack my obstacle. Great. Now, what I need to do is soften up this one. 22. One hit only, please. Okay, one hit. That's great. Now, this thief can deal some damage here, but cannot backstab, unfortunately. However, it can just keep dealing some damage there, some solid damage. I have to go away. Or maybe not. Well, too late now. Then I would need to... If I get this mage here, this mage will be absolutely obliterated, so I have to be careful. I do want my mages to be there, but I do want my mages to be there at right during the day. So this is going to be tricky. Probably should just kill the leader and be done with it, rather than try to put experience into these mages, because hasn't been working out for me so far. But again, this is my strategy. Try to put experience into the mages. There is a bonus goal if you do finish early here. And this hopefully cannot move. That is just ridiculous. He's hitting that 70% like it's nothing. Anyway, hopefully he won't kill my thief, because that would just be absolutely incredible. Also, finally we can get this bonus and get another thief. Expert. +1 strike and +3 HP. That is pretty good, I must admit. So you see, it's good to have one blue unit, one red extra unit, rather than having only blue and only red. It's good to spread the benefit. Okay, so at least this was able to dodge. Now, this is strong enough to handle the death blade. See, death blade is now very, very low. And I am even thinking of going with mage. This mage. Quick, strong, trained. Strong, quick. It's not doing anything. It's wasted gold recruiting this mage. Okay, I'm going to go for it. I'm not going to. There it is. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, this was World 1. Was a bit slow towards the end because I was trying to put experience into another mage. It didn't work out for me, so in the end I only have one single mage with a lot of experience. I do have some other units that have good experience, so let us see what awaits us in World 2, just so I can show the transition. Great, so now as you can see, I'm having these two units. So I'm having the Sergeant and the Assassin. The Sergeant is the unit that I found, the Assassin is the unit that was given to me, right? I'm going against the Drake this time, so I have to be wary of that. And he has a what seems like an elvish sorceress helper, so I would need to recruit accordingly. Now, here you see I have the heroic expert thief that I found in the original WoWs, which is close to leveling up. I do have the experience on my hero, and here I am again. This will be the keep that I will be fighting against. Oh, 2 keeps. Okay, this is going to get messy. So I have 2 keeps. There is some water there, which is good news for me. Now, let me see how these... So basically, I will be going this, that. Now, I will be recruiting my first unit. No, I will be calling my first unit. So there will be the Allseeker, which is almost close to leveling up. The Steelclad, which, remember, was absolutely... It had this... so let me see here, what would be the... So 20 gold to recruit this. The Mage, which was close to leveling up as well. Heavy Infantryman only has 5, so from here on... Well, 12ish Guardsman. Strong, healthy, trained, and it still has 16 experience. Still good enough. So I'm guessing, you know, next time I'll be starting with the Steelclad. So if I do recall the Steelclad, which I must recall it, then again I get the invest, and I will of course, you know, if you look at level 2 here, I will have first strike. I will even have marksman now, plus 2 damage as well, plus 1 damage, plus 14 damage is almost guaranteed, plus 1 HP, and then defense in castle. So I'll definitely get melee combat training. Then I get another unit or an artifact, right? So I will be choosing this, and then I'll be ending this video here, and I'll be continuing with World 2 in my next video. So let us see here, Skirmisher, Ambush, Nightstalk. Definitely something that can be put to good use. Melee, cold and slows, swim, submerge. I think I have the same artifacts as before. If I'm not mistaken, I have the same artifacts as before. So I would say this could definitely be given to a thief, something of this sort. Illuminates doesn't really help me. I would say Skirmisher, Ambush, Nightstalk, plus 2 moves. This could definitely go very well with another. I could even put it on the dwarvish fighter that I already have, but it could also be very well. It could go very well on another dwarvish fighter. But imagine a dwarvish fighter that can ambush and also can move twice as much. Anyway, let's just get this one. So this will be the artifact, and that's basically, ladies and gentlemen, that was World 1. As you can see, benefits transfer into World 2, so you have to take this into account when playing this survival. It's going to be incredibly interesting with 2 keeps on this island-like world, and I shall see you, ladies and gentlemen, next time.